I don't know. What do you think?
I think no matter what, I'm definitely farting on you tonight in bed.
Oh my God, you're disgusting.
That's happening. It's just what it like
Oh
we
my
know
God,
it's gonna
like,
happen.
perfect match, like.
If you're someone who watched Bartise from Love is Blind or Shayne from Love is Blind and went,
I want more. Hell yeah. Yeah. I want more too, baby.
then boy do I have a show for you. Welcome to Netflix's brand new reality dating show, Bachelor in Paradise. I mean Netflix in Paradise. I mean Perfect Match, where all your favorite, I mean hated, I mean tolerated Netflix reality show characters are all brought into one place to find the answer to one question.
Everyone's feeling good about their matches, feeling in sync. I don't like to use that term.
Oh yeah, and of course, it's hosted by Nick Lachey. So what's the deal with Perfect Match? Well, Perfect Match takes contestants from Love is Blind, The Circle, The Ultimatum, Too Hot to Handle, and more, and throws them all into one house so they can date each other in an attempt to find, you guessed it, their perfect match.
Night one, like, we were vibing. I was like, I fucking love your jokes.
Thank you.
I love your jokes.
Thank
They
you.
were
That's
so
what we
good.
need. Just keep saying that.
I
Hype me
know.
up.
I mean, maybe if you came sooner.
Are you ready for it?
Then, every few days, the couples will engage in a compatibility challenge to try and determine who gets to go into the boardroom. And here, the top couple has the power to bring in 2 new singles and send them on a date with someone else from the house. They can choose someone they think is not vibing with their current match, they can try to split up another couple that they don't like, they can even choose to send themselves on a date, which is exactly what happens with arguably the most infamous person in the house, Francesca from Too Hot to Handle.
You brought up Damien, so I kind of want to bite the bullet.
And go out with him.
Go on a date with him, yeah.
So apparently, the lore history of Netflix reality TV is like walking into the latest Marvel movie. If you haven't binged 10,000 hours of endless content, you won't know what the heck is going on. Not to mention the shenanigans that have happened outside the show, cause apparently Joey from The Circle has hooked up with Francesca, and has also hooked up on and off with Carousel, who looked like this on the show Sexy Beasts. Ernest from The Circle France has been DMing someone on the show. Chloe from Too Hot to Handle has dated this guy from The Circle who won't stop saying the word FERK.
Boom, what's going on, Fairkers? I'm Mitchell, and I'm here to cause absolute Fairkin mayhem.
I really feel like a fairking hand job.
And I'm sitting here trying to keep it all together without having a FERKing aneurysm. So for the sake of my own sanity, I'll just try to hit the biggest and most dramatic matches of the season. Like, remember this guy from Love is Blind?
You know how you tell me this is the best sex of your life? Have you noticed that I don't return the compliment?
Yup, another fan favorite, Damien, is here, and you might remember that him and Giannina broke up after he was basically all over Francesca. Now, up until this boardroom moment, Francesca had been matching with a guy named Dom. He's from the show The Mole, and yes, the list of shows that these people come from is endless. To know everyone, you'd have to have watched 15 seasons worth of TV from 8 different franchises. So, unless you've binged a lot of reality TV, prepare to spend the next 12 episodes going,
I'm gonna come give you a hug. How are you?
Very nice.
Will, by the way.
Oh, hi. Wait a minute. Who are you?
So Dom is super into Francesca right off the bat. But when Francesca sees Damien there, she turns to Dom and goes,
I don't want to play with you anymore.
well, this freaks out Dom, who immediately starts throwing out the L-bomb to Francesca.
Look,
Don't say that, Tom.
I mean that shit.
Yikes. But Francesca decides to match with Damien and send Dom home. Except whoops, Georgia here from Too Hot to Handle swoops in to save him. And that really peeves Franny.
Dom and Georgia matching honestly makes me want to throw up. He just told me that he loved me, and now that he's with my friend, who kind of doesn't really feel like a friend anymore, it just gives me awkward, uncomfy vibes.
And so begins the endless exchange of matches. Chase from Too Hot to Handle likes Georgia, Georgia likes Dom likes Francesca but now is also in love with Georgia, Francesca likes Damien, Abby likes Francesca, Francesca likes Abby, and Damien likes Ines, but Ines likes Dom. But, well, to be honest, Ines kinda likes everyone she goes on a date with.
You put yourself out there in such a vulnerable way outside of your comfort zone.
and you understand me. I'm definitely looking forward to have more conversation with him. It just felt, yeah, it felt great. There was like a great connection on every level.
Do you feel a connection with me?
I feel a connection with you.
She says that to everybody.
But Ernest here, from day one, has already come in with eyes for one wild guy.
You're very beautiful. The dress is fantastic. Everything.
It's a jumpsuit.
Well, like...
In a genuine way.
Yes, in a genuine way.
And
like,
stop
yes.
rubbing your pants. It's odd.
I'm sorry.
So Ernest decides to match with Shayne the first night. But when she finds out that Shayne's energy is a little too much for her...
You always sleep on here?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, I'll sleep on there if you want me to.
Seems pretty narrow and short.
It's actually a lot bigger than it seems.
Look at this.
See? He fits perfectly.
She then turns to a new guy, Nick from the circle. A man who's got almost next to no game.
My kissing style, I come in, you know, if I focus bottom lip, then I'll do a change up to the top lip. Once I get the tongue on the lips, then I try to get in a little bit more. I change angles, I work it, you know. Did a lot of practice in 7th grade with my hand, so.
But after Nick gets 9s across the board from the women grading his kissing technique during a blind kissing challenge, suddenly the ladies are starting to notice him while I'm sitting here going...
My kissing style, I come in, you know, if I focus bottom lip, then I'll do a change up to the top lip.
Write that down, write that down!
A little bit, I'll like probably go a little...
Problem is, for Ernest, that now means women like Izzy from Too Hot to Handle are here to swoop in and take Nick's attention. However, Francesca and Dom have her back, and when they hit the boardroom to add in some new guys, they decide to hook poor Ernest up with someone new.
I truly do feel this is the best match for you, Ness.
Should we lock it in?
The judges are rings.
Cute.
They get a lot. We did a good deed today.
We did a good deed, yeah.
No you didn't. You locked your girl up with Bartise. So, Bartise is back, and I don't know about you, but...
I've never been happier.
And I'm not sure about this, but did they film this before his season aired? Cause no one seems to know about what went down with him on Love is Blind. But if you're someone who did watch his season, it won't surprise you that Bartise immediately starts saying stuff like
if I'm meeting a girl for the first time, they're a lot of times nervous and like stumbling over themselves, and you were not that way.
And well, long story short, Bartise goes for Izzy instead of Ernest, then goes back to Ernest again, which leaves Shayne without a match. That is, until he's set up in the boardroom with a woman many of you might recognize.
I love everything about Shayne. His eyes are gorgeous. His hair, he's just curly. I think there's a potential that me and Shayne are going to be couple of the house. The mum and dad. Or if not, the up brother and sister.
Now these two hit it off like crazy, something that gets noted by house villains Damien and Francesca, so, of course, they say stuff like,
I haven't seen Shayne this happy in a long time. You seem really happy.
But you know, that being said, we've decided to send Chloe on a date with her ex of 8 months, the Ferk guy. So Chloe and Mitchell head out on a date where they get to draw each other and...
3, 2, 1.
That's not Mitchell, she just drew Bartise. But now Chloe is wildly confused on what to do. She still has love for Mitch, but they broke up for a reason, so does she now go for Shayne?
I just want to say, the decision I'm just about to make is going to be the biggest decision I've ever made in my life.
This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my entire life. I haven't had a very hard life.
Well, eventually she ends up going for Mitch, while Bartise and Shayne get eliminated, and to rub salt on the wound, these two go for a dip in their balcony pool while Shayne is sulking just below them.
You bond through trauma, and me and Shayne experienced trauma tonight.
Wow, this guy's got a pretty broad definition of the word trauma. Now, ultimately, we find out that eliminated contestants can still be brought back for matches, and after Mitch suddenly tells Chloe he wants to explore other people, she decides to match herself with Shayne. Shayne then falls madly in love with Chloe, of course until he's reminded of when he sat in Mitchell and Chloe's splash zone, leading to him almost blowing the whole thing, freaking out that she disrespected him.
Did I know you were sitting down there? I didn't celebrate the fact that you had left the house.
You celebrated going to the pool, though.
I didn't celebrate. I went upstairs to the room.
So what did you do?
And this is what I'm talking about.
Yup, she's so glad she brought him back. Now, the other match Chloe makes in that boardroom is one for another contestant from Love is Blind, Diamond.
Personally, I would say Diamond, Bartise, just because I think they both have that depth and that fun.
I'm also just picturing Diamond and Bartise on a date together, and I know they would have such a good time.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
So, once again, Bartise is back, and once more, he dumps his date for someone new. This time, it's a woman named Abby from 20-somethings Austin, who briefly matched with Francesca.
It's making me feel really sad that Bartise want to explore other options, which is fine. I mean, just be real and tell me that, so I won't be looking like Boo Boo the Fool.
So Abby swaps from Francesca, who briefly gets the ick from Damien, who then connects with Ernest, cause, well, her French accent really amazes all of these dudes.
La joie se prend, le bonheur se cultive. Anyway, point is like...
La joie?
La joie, la bubble. Point is... La bubble.
In French, when you want to say yes, you say oui, oui.
You gotta be kidding me! Oh my god! That is hysterical!
But all of these matches are brief and certainly far from perfect, as Francesca gets back with Damien only to realize, nah, she's still got the ick.
You're really going?
Yeah.
You're my best friend. I love you.
I'm really glad I got to explore that, but I want to say I'm going to go home and text my ex, but I probably shouldn't do that.
And as for Bartise, well, of course, he drops Abby the moment she calls him out on his BS. Cause near the end of the show, they bring back everyone from the season to see if people want to make a last-second swap. And after Abby gets uncomfortable with getting too physical with Bartise on camera...
Biggest camera in the room. Calm it down.
Bartise is now open to rekindling things with Izzy, and that does not sit well with Abby.
We were just like laying next to each other for a moment, and I was like, I care about what my mom thinks about me. I care what my sister thinks about me, so I don't want to have sex on camera, whatever. And he's like, you care about how things look.
How could you know?
We've had conversations throughout the evening. We were good. And then all of a sudden, it's a different thing. You're gonna look like such a dick.
And oh, you know, the moment that Bartise gets any pushback from someone, he's done.
You're concerned about how you look. That's how you are.
Not.
Yes, it is, because that's how you came in from your other show. Oh, I can look a certain way. My mom's so mad at me. My sister's gonna have this opinion of me, and now you're here. Trust me, that's how.
You're using my words against me now.
I know.
So, surprise, surprise, Bartise chooses Izzy. And at this point, it's time for everyone, including the singles, to vote on which couple is the perfect match. Which all season is set up to be Joey and Carousel, who, after some brief drama in the first 2 episodes, are basically locked in for the rest of the season. So much so, the dude proposes in the finale. Yet, when the perfect match votes are announced...
Dom and Georgia.
Yup, they chose the couple with the guy who, like, 2 weeks before this was saying he was in love with Francesca over the actually engaged couple. But honestly, these two won over Joey and Carousel because they were way more likable. I mean, for the most part, they were so much kinder to everyone else in the house over women like Carousel, who all season was Francesca's little henchman, as the two talked smack about other people.
Let's talk about how everybody f***ing sucks. Yeah, literally. Okay, who do we start with?
Oh, there can see.
That's what I mean. Dom's a little bitch. If you told me you loved me last night and you're making out with my friend in front of me,
It's very petty, and because he's being nasty, and I don't like it.
Or, you know, maybe they picked Dom and Georgia as the perfect match because they knew these two weren't going to make it.
You think some people are gonna be surprised that we didn't make it? Like, look at us.
I knew it was over when we were talking about being a power couple. Joey said we were like the next Batman and Robin. And I was like, who's Batman?
Now, as for Dom and Georgia, well, these two are also broken up.
After the show we ended, before we even got the chance to redeem our prize, we were together and she had to go do a certain podcast. The podcast came out and the title of the podcast was Georgia and Harry Jowsey Fall in Love. Yeah, I'll say I was blindsided.
In fact, at the moment, it seems like all the couples are no longer together. So congrats, perfect match. You actually aren't like Bachelor in Paradise after all. Your success rate is somehow even worse. So that's it for this video on Perfect Match. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to give the video a like, comment your thoughts on the series down below, and subscribe to the channel as there's always more content on the way. And until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.
My kissing style, I come in, you know, I focus bottom lip, then I'll do a change up to the top lip.
Write that down, write that down!